Hello, boys and girls. Can we talk about how I was at a bar and it almost could be a joke? It's like, what does one beautiful, bald, black chick, one white guy, and an androgynous do at a bar? So we drank, right? So I come into a bar tonight. I'm performing in South Bend, Indiana, and I'm like, oh man, the bar closed at the hotel that I'm in, and the kitchen is closed. So I haven't eaten all day because I've been taking care of business. I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna eat? But I noticed there was an oyster bar next to the hotel that I'm in. So I'm like, a bitch love oysters. Why not go to the oyster bar? So I go to the oyster bar. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking like around. And when you're from a big city like Chicago, when you go to like small city shit, you be like, this is weird. Like I had a weird ass encounter on the elevator. Like I'm like, I never get into service elevators because I used to work for a trucking company, and like service elevators be nasty and they just be weird. And like the people who work at the establishments hate when people get on the service elevator. So this white guy, I'm like, oh man. He's like, yeah, I'm going down. So, you know me, I just make general conversation. I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? He's like, eh. You can tell he's like uncomfortable because I'm bald. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he's like, oh, well, the service elevator is going down. I'm like, my white man, did you try to put me on the service elevator? Is it because I'm black? Bitch, did you just call me to help? Oh, fuck you. So I'm like, no, I'm okay. So he made me miss my elevator. But then I pushed the button for down and it came back down. So now I'm like, okay. I went to my car, got my little ring light, got my vibrator, and I'm ready to roll. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool. Let me go on to the oyster bar. So I get to the oyster bar, and there are a plethora of people. There are some black people, there are white people, there are a trickle of Spanish people, and then there are white people. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not uncomfortable at all. Then I'm looking, it's this one space, and there's this beautiful man. Oh, when I tell y'all this man was beautiful, I mean, oh my God. I'm like, why is this man so beautiful? Oh my God. So here I am sitting, it's like me, a white guy, and the androgynous guy, and he's beautiful. Like, oh, I'm like, I'm not sure if this is a woman or a man, but whoever they are, him, they, I, art thou, beautiful as looketh. You hear me? So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm sitting there minding my business, and they're talking loudly, the white guy and the androgynous. So I'm like, all right, cool. The white guy turns to me and says something, and I'm just like, oh, all right, we're talking now. So I he laugh. We all end up in the conversation. Now, as the night progresses, I can tell that the androgynous guy knew that he was gonna fuck the white dude, but the white dude was like, oh fuck, this Nubian queen is sitting next to me. I probably could fuck her because I never fucked a black chick. That's what I gathered. So I'm like, nah, not gonna happen. So I'm just talking to them. We key in. The white dude then reveals that he is a like NBA, NFL drafter nigga. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, that's what's up. So he's like, yeah. He shows me a picture of his client, and it's a dude that definitely plays basketball. And I'm like, oh, he one of them kids. He's one of his clients. I said, okay. He ain't lying. He really do what he do, but he drunk as shit. As white people do. You know, they get drunk and talk shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he's talking to us, and he's not bragging or anything. This was just in general conversation. He asked me what I do. The androgynous is a model, and it only made sense that you tell us what you do. So it did. So we're all talking, and the androgynous dude is definitely like, I'm finna come up off this white man because he got the coin. And I'm just like, I want to eat my food, and you guys are nice to talk to. So I eat my food. We all talking. Now we ended up buying shots. So the white guy then was like, oh, is that your man? Because it was a black guy sitting next to me. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. He like, oh, I feel like a dick. And I'm like, no, it's fine. You thought we were two black people sitting next to each other. Clearly we know each other. And he laughed, and he was just like, no. So I'm just like, yeah, you thought that. So we cool. Night progresses. I can tell that the white dude is embarrassed because he definitely planned on getting his dick sucked by dude. And now he trying to play it cool. So he kind of like, he didn't play the androgynous guy, but he did a little. And then so the androgynous guy was like, all right, I get it. You homophobic. So, or like, you not, like, you'll get your dick sucked by a dude, but you don't want nobody to know you got your dick sucked by a dude. And you already done had this woman and brought her into our shit. And that was weird. So I'm like, shit, I'm trying to leave. Like, so they kind of keep me in the loop. So I'm like, fuck. So the androgynous guy ends up leaving with another guy. And I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. You fucked up getting your dick sucked. So sure enough, we're sitting here, we're cheating, and we're talking about people in the bar and stuff. He's from New York, I'm from Chicago, so we from big cities. So we talking about how South Bend is so small, it's weird. So this man is like, it was so smooth, y'all. He was just like, man, this is so funny. He's like, man, I'm gonna fuck you really strange tonight. And I was like, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you all kind of weird. And I was like, And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do some strange shit to you. Me. Probably not. He goes, LOL. I was like, no, seriously, no. He's like, all right, well, I'm just gonna get my dick sucked. And I was like, by whom? He's like, you. And I was like, probably not. Yeah, I'm probably gonna leave after this little drink. I appreciate you. You were fun to hang out with. Go into my room. And he's like, nah, but for real though, like, oh, okay, I get it, you're not attracted. And I'm like, no, you're an attractive white man. I'm just not fucking or sucking your dick. Simple as that. And so he's like, So he was a good sport. We chit-chatted a little bit more. He complained about how South Bend was so trash. And then, yeah, we left. So we're both at the same hotel. And we're in the elevator. And he's like, it smelled like you're on floor 9. And I'm like, fuck. So we get off the elevator on our floor. And not only are we on the same floor, we are on the same side, like 9 doors down. And I'm like, oh man, this is how bitches get kidnapped. This is how bitches end up in the whole sex trade. This is how bitches end up missing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, is this how I'm gonna go? Some strange random drunk white man gonna kidnap me from New York? Bitches ain't never got kidnapped by a sports agent. God damn it. I'm like, furthermore, why are you a sports agent? You don't want to be an agent for comics, nigga. Try to fuck me while you book me at the fucking improv everywhere. God damn. What the fuck? Just my luck. But yeah, so that's a road story for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this road story. As I go on the road, I'm going to do more of these because there are times when you need to document dumb shit that happens to you. But when that man looked me in my eyes and was like, I mean, you can suck my dick. I said, excuse me? Who's sucking what? Who's sucking what? That motherfucker said, yeah, we were not gonna fuck. You can at least suck my dick. I said, nah. He was like, I fucked a black chick, but she was like, mixed, more white than black. I'm like, oh, you wanted to fuck a whole nigga. So you can tell your little white friends, like, I had a bitch from Wakanda. I love her. Not tonight, white men. Not